Certainly not on Monday nights. It's free to enter. There's a reason why you see everyone in it. Starts at 5 p.m.
Yep.
Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, that's 8. But we're going to get started right here. Oh, you better believe we have entered a whole new dimension of Smash. Steve versus Alex. KK Slider in the background, witnessing this spectacle, and here we go.
Spectacle indeed. Look at them go. Look at them do their thing. Is this the optimal Steve Ditto? Is there like a mutual understanding of like, hey, we should just both get our resources out and play this while we're both like completely charged up?
This is Smash being played by gentle persons. You gotta love it. This is just an immediate like understanding. Like, you know what we're going to do. Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. So now we're going to get to the fighting. Gotta respect that. Jake versus Trey 5. They've had a lot of success as these characters. Of course, we did see Jake, excuse me, switch over to Mario for the last 2 games against Yosefu.
What is this? They're just both not interacting with one another and getting the resources up. They're both going for diamond, and it's like whoever gets it first. Jake able to get the stock with the the powered up minecart, but man, what is happening? Like, what is this?
I mean, what it is hilarious, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. So, Trey versus Jake in this thing, and again, this is a Steve.
Wow,
that was techable, Trey. You gotta know that's techable.
You gotta know those angles. You gotta be able to understand your blocks. You know, you look for the same things after all. Wow, Jake already up to a 3-1 stock lead, despite like I feel like even though the pace of the game is just not matching the stock count right now, either. Jake is doing a really good job of just making Trey feel really uncomfortable, and it just, is that it? Dude, there's no way. I was about to say.
Yo, I was for real just about to get up and walk out. That is nutty. But yeah, here we are. Trey 5 is gonna get caught straight in the unmentionables by a minecart, and that's Jake with a straight up 3 stock. Now it should be noted, their winners semifinal match, they got 3 stocked by Quark. So it should be noted, this has never spelt the end for Trey 5, but you gotta think it needs to sting just a little bit when it happens to your own when it happens by someone playing your own character.
Trey has established that they will be able to make those back for sure. We've seen like Trey really come back from the depths of hell. They've made they're really big on set play. You know, they're able to make a lot of adjustments throughout the set. So definitely can't be counting them out quite yet. But I have to say, what an opening for Jake. The way that they're approaching, the way that they're using cart. Trey was just simply not ready for any of it.
And now here we go. The mining begins, folks. Get out the shovels. It's time to start digging. And your man just dug up a diamond with their bare hands. I feel like Trey deserves a few points for that. But here we are, diamond weapons in hand. We're going to go to game number 2 on Yoshi's Story. It took about 20 seconds for the game to start up, but all good things come to those who wait. Isn't that right, Dara?
Yeah.
Go ahead and reflect on that. That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's heavy words I just said. Yeah.
I've had a loss for words, and I'm a commentator. That doesn't even happen all that often. Jake able to get the landing with the anvil right on top of Trey, setting him off the top. Trey saying, oh, you just took my spot? I'll use my Angel Planet vulnerability for it. I'll use it to get more diamonds. And right now, really mixing up Jake's shield with that minecart. Both of them going at it, playing their own obscure form of voxeled rock, paper, scissors with that. Man.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta love it. And, okay, we got the gold out. You get just a frame or two quicker on some of these aerials in smash attacks if you got gold. Gold is a pretty light metal, fun fact. So, at least they were at least a little bit faithful with how these things interact in real life. I'm pretty sure if you swing gold, it's frame faster as well in real life.
Short hop anvil catching Jake's defensive option. That was really smart. I actually really like that. It's pretty safe. Not a whole lot that you can do about it, even if it hits your shield. Oh, tries to go for it all. Tries to go in there, start swinging a little bit. Jake building up a wall for himself, just saying, hey, don't approach me. Don't get anywhere near me.
character is great, and by great, I mean terrible, and by terrible, yes, I do mean great. So we're going to get an up smash. Eventually, Jake is going to take that stock. Trey 5 establishing themselves a little bit of an advantage there, but again, it might just come down to minecart. Jake not really letting them set up the shaft, and still Trey finding ways to be effective with it. You got to get creative.
Yeah, creative they are. They're both just sitting in creative mode, putting blocks wherever they so please. Oh my gosh, an excellent follow-up from Jake, able to get a bit of stage control, had the right idea in covering that platform, but just slightly misspaced themselves, tried to go through the down smash, but the anvil actually did not disappear soon enough, so it wasn't able to actually be cancelled. So Jake had the right idea, but just a little bit too early on some of those buttons.
Oh man, and here comes the minecart yet again. I mean, anytime you see one of these characters at the ledge, you gotta think that one of these two is going to get cute with the minecart and try to get the kill with it. Oh, Jake is actually going to be sent towards the middle of the stage by Trey 5's minecart.
Oh my gosh.
How many times can I say minecart in a single set? Let's find out, chat. Trey 5 is going to try to avoid Jake's, and yeah, again, you're just seeing
It's a follow-up. But they miss it. They missed the forward. They had the right idea in terms of going for it. Who died? Who died? I was so confused. I was like,
that was Jake. Jake got hit in the head by a minecart while riding a minecart. This is why you gotta regulate these roadways. Otherwise, you just get hit by things passing by your head. And Trey 5 is going to get on the board. It is one game apiece. This could just be 5 games of absolute mayhem. This is the last one. This is why you don't stand up on the roller coaster, Dara. That is why. You know that.
This is maybe the silliest Ditto I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever really sat down and like watched a Steve Ditto at this level of play before. And I'm not really sure if I'm glad or if I didn't or I didn't know what I was missing. I don't have words to describe the emotion I'm feeling right now. Game number 3, they're playing such a high abstract level of neutral that I really wouldn't even be able to tell you what kind of adjustments either of these players should be making. They're just both kind of doing things, you know?
You know, this is a fun set and all, but let's listen to KK Slider as well, which, you know, KK cruising to something like this, somehow very apropos, especially with all the minecarts that you have going on, you know?
And a time to unwind, just to relax a little bit, putting up a couple of blocks, maybe build a house even. Jake gonna be the one.
Just exist, just kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know. So I will confess, while we are getting this this started out, I can't hear this and also not think of Ice Cube's "Today Was a Good Day" because of that mashup on YouTube, but. You just go ahead and look this up after the set. But nevertheless, Jake gonna establish that jab, and yeah, no looking up necessary. These are just minecarts and blocks being thrown up before your very eyes, and oh man, that TNT was just
it's so
a little too ominous for my taste there, Dara.
It seems like neither of them just like really wanted to be able to contest that. Neither of them wanted to just go to that side of the stage where like, hey, we're just gonna let this happen and keep on boxing kill. Great wait from Trey, able to land with the anvil, but not gonna be able to take it quite yet. Just look at them go. Look at them do their thing. Wow, Jake able to get the back kill, gets a bit of damage with it, and right now this is still anybody's stock to take.
Yeah, and it's a relatively more moderately paced game, this one, as Jake will eventually take that first stock. But right now, I gotta say, Dara, what we're seeing is Jake being just a little bit more patient, and you gotta think that that's going to be the key to victory, is who's able to just kind of stare and not blink, as finally Trey 5 will take that stock off of what looked like the back air. But either way, sitting at 58%, it's still winnable.
Yeah, and a good catch on the jump from Jake. He's been picking a lot of these spots to go through minecart really, really well. Able to extend his own hitbox off of his own block like that. I have to say, Jake is looking a lot more confident this game than he did last one. Space is an F smash, but yeah. Wow, they just keep slapping each other.
I mean, what else is there to do in Minecraft? Okay, but you got that. You got that stock though, Jake. You're kind of chilling. It's at 79%. It's not terrible, you know what I mean? Like, if you're Trey 5, okay, not exactly winnable for you, but well, okay, it's winnable, but not exactly advantageous, I guess is what I was looking for.
Yeah,
Nevertheless,
definitely gonna be
oh
a little
no
bit
way,
difficult, but Jake
Jake.
gonna have to be coming back from so deep. Oh wow, Trey actually ends up saving Jake, setting him to the other side of the stage. Just a little bit of a bizarre interaction. I would have expected the stage spike. Or at least a tech situation, but gonna be up being right into Trey's minecart. That is really good stuff. A lot of players are inclined to try to punish Steve on the landing. He has almost no landing lag on that move, so you just have to try to catch him mid-air, and he is able to do so successfully.
And Trey, you got to think a few more of those jabs is kind of running forward, a head-on collision with these mine carts, like a demolition derby in midair. I can't believe that's a sentence that came out of my mouth, Dara. Nevertheless, Trey 5 could be staring down the barrel of a 2-1 disadvantage if they get caught pressing a button, which
Wow.
they do. Jake runs up and takes full advantage.
These games are really back and forth. I feel like both of them are just like slowly making little bits of adjustments into the play. This entire game, Jake was just like able to play a little bit more safely. They were able to get the lead a little bit earlier on and force Trey to be the one to constantly approach. I mean, that grab is a fantastic one. It's able to catch people jumping. If you get caught by it a lot, you'll know how tilting it can be sometimes. But of course, whiffing it, just like with a lot of long distance grabs, just leaves you so vulnerable, so long. You're just a sitting duck asking to be hit.
Yeah, and we know what happens from playing Duck Hunt. You know, what happens when ducks stay in the air for just a little too long. So perhaps a
Ooh.
mistake on the stage selection, unless, or character selection, you never know. Trey 5, we'll have to see what pockets they have. Maybe they wanted to pull that out. Like, I mean, you got to think if Trey wound up winning that game, maybe the Mario comes out. You never know. We've seen how clean that movement can be, and it's just something to sit on. But nevertheless, we're going to go to game 4 and see what the change is. If you're Trey, what is it that you would feel is most prudent to change?
Are you like asking stage wise or?
Yeah, because, well, I mean, just in general, because we do know that Trey has a Greninja. In fact, that was what they were playing for the most part before Steve came out. As we are going to go, well, actually, yeah, right back to Town and City for game number 4.
Interesting. I mean, the biggest thing is like really knowing the times and spots to be able to approach. Jake has really seemed to get like a better sense of that. That last game, we saw them understand. I want to go in now. I don't want to be going in now. And they got so much mileage off of that, and they know how to call out minecarts exceptionally well. Getting the forwarder into the down smash, so much damage, catching all of these high recoveries. Trey 91% almost immediately. That was just like a series of really good leads. I mean, that is a call out if I've ever seen it. Trey has got to slow this down.
Yeah, just a little nutty on their part. And Trey 5, who was moderately successful as a Greninja, you know, he got wins over a few players and took a game off of Epic Gabriel one time. That's not bad, but yeah, the proof is in the pudding. They probably don't want to go back to that Greninja in this situation. They want to try to catch Jake approaching and try to continue on with that success. But right now, they're down a stock, and they're able to bring it back, obviously, but this isn't about bringing stuff back. You got to take a decisive lead, and Trey needs to find a way to do that, Dara.
Yeah, absolutely. Trey has just been trying to initiate with so many minecarts. Jake has been calling them out, punishing them, avoiding them. I haven't seen Trey connect a single one in so long. Almost getting that whiff punish. That positioning from Jake was immaculate, just pixels off from being able to get it. The grounded spike into the upper. Wow, Jake is just... I mean, Jake is nice right now. He is, all of his follow-ups are on point, his timings, his call-outs. I mean, everything's just really working out for him.
Yeah, I mean, this is about as good as you could ask for if you are Jake. You know, considering the pace of the matchup, you're wanting to end this pretty quickly. Maybe your movement is just a little bit cleaner, all things considered. Now you get to take advantage, and again, you were prepared. You're rewarded with an opportunity, and right now you can punch your ticket into grand finals with one more stock if you can get the most out of this edge guard.
Yeah, I mean, Jake is just not respecting any of Trey's options, not respecting these anvils and cards especially, just almost punishing him even for it every single time he does. Finds that card, gonna be setting up the edge guard, has the right idea, but Trey spacing himself so well, just still stalling and waiting a little bit on that block. Jake has no incentive to approach at all. He has gold, he has diamond, he has a huge lead, and back air is gonna be able to do it. An excellent call out. Jake with a 3-1, gonna be finding himself into grand finals on winner's side, gonna be dropping Trey 5 to losers finals. Wow,
Yeah.
he really just adapted so well towards the end. He started really not respecting Trey at all for any of these minecarts. Every single time he got
The-
punished, he got hit for it, he got back hit, forwarded, took